So it's time to grow your Instagram for your product-based business and start making sales from Instagram. In this video, I'm going to give you all my tips on selling on Instagram and running an Instagram for a product-based business. So let's just go ahead and get started. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Liv and I own Designs with Liv on Etsy. I love talking all things sticker shop and taking you guys behind the scenes with studio vlogs every Friday. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure to head down below and hit that subscribe button and click the little bell so you don't miss another video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the things I've been doing in order to see a growth in my Instagram over the past couple of days. So if this is something that you're interested in, then stick around to the end because you're not going to want to miss anything. The first tip that I have for you guys in running an Instagram for a product-based business is to upload consistently. So I have this graphic here of how many times you should be uploading to your reels, your feed, your stories, Instagram guides, IGTVs, lives, how many times you should be uploading to each of those platforms in order to grow on Instagram. Now, just a disclaimer, this is just a suggestion that I have learned from and started implementing into my own shop and my own Instagram in order to grow. And since I've started doing this, I have noticed a growth in my Instagram. So I do highly recommend this, but it may not work for everybody. So just keep that in mind when you're implementing these tactics. If you upload consistently, Instagram is going to know when to start pushing your profile out to new people, and your followers are going to know when you're going to upload something in order to know when they should be on Instagram so that they don't miss anything. Once you stop uploading consistently, your Instagram profile is going to get knocks on your quality score, and whenever you upload next time, your post isn't going to do as well as they have in the past. So uploading consistently teaches Instagram how they should promote your posts to new people. Going off of tip number one, tip number two is to find a posting schedule that works best for you. While I showed you guys this graphic here about all the suggestions of when to upload, if that doesn't work for you, that's totally fine. Just be consistent with it. If you want to upload once a week, that's perfectly fine. Just make sure you're uploading once a week on the same day at the same time. If you post something on Instagram on Tuesday at noon, then make sure you're consistently doing that, because that's the same thing as uploading every day at 8 a.m. That is still considered consistent even though it's not every day. So you just need to be able to create a posting schedule that works best for you and your business and your Instagram. So if Instagram is stressing you out and you don't want to upload every day, that's totally fine. Just like I said, be consistent 2 times a week, 3 times a week, every day, or once a week. Just make sure you're uploading on the same days each week and try to be within like an hour of the same time as well. My third tip, which is probably my favorite because I get to talk about the fun things of Instagram, is to make sure you create an aesthetic for your feed that you love. It doesn't have to be perfectly pretty or Lightroom perfect or whatever, but if that's something that you're interested in, like I personally am, then go for it. But you don't have to do that in order to be successful on Instagram. People are going to follow you not because of how your feed looks, but because of the value you give them by them following you. So your feed is truly just to make yourself happy. Your followers probably don't really care that much how your feed looks. I personally didn't like the way my feed looked a couple weeks ago, so I bought some new Lightroom presets and decided to fix it. Well, fix it because it wasn't broken, but I decided to do that so that I could make my feed something that I enjoyed posting to and that I enjoyed looking at when I was looking back at my stats and stuff for Instagram. So you want to be able to create an aesthetic that you're happy with. You don't necessarily have to please your followers, because the people that really care about you and your product will stick around no matter what your feed looks like. The fourth tip, that's probably the most important, is to make sure you're making each post different. You don't want each post to be about selling. You don't want each caption to say link is in the bio, sale here, sale there, giveaway here, new products here. You don't want each post to do that, because your followers are going to get tired of that and they're going to unfollow you. That's probably why you're losing followers if you are. So that's something you need to consider when you're posting to your Instagram, is that what value can you give your customers through your posts and your captions that isn't just selling. The fifth tip that I have that I usually have the most fun with is using your stories to engage with your followers. I love hopping on my stories and asking them questions or If I'm pondering between a decision, like yesterday or the day before, I asked on my Instagram whether I should do a discontinued bags like I do my Oops bags, or if I should do a clearance sale for stickers that I'm planning on getting rid of and redesigning. I like doing this because I get to see what my customers want, and it helps me make a decision if it's a business decision that I'm truly like 50-50 on. Knowing what your audience wants this way and engaging with them will encourage them to come back and want to see your stories to see how else they can help you or how else they can put their input into your shop. It also creates a relationship with you and your customer and your followers in order to get them to be super fans and want to share all your content and want to participate in all your launches and want to join all your lives. So using your stories for those kinds of things is important, and also using your stories just to show behind the scenes and what's going on in your day. This is what the customers truly like to see, and this is how they're going to create that relationship with you that's going to want to make them spend their money on you and your shop when you have launches. The sixth tip that I have, and the one that has helped me grow the most in the last couple of weeks, is to engage with people in your target audience. So I go through the hashtags that I use, I go through the comments on some other people's posts, and go visit those people's profiles, and if they're in my target audience, I will comment on their posts, I will engage with their posts, maybe even follow them if I really like their feed or their vibe that they're giving me. So this is something that has helped me grow my account, because if they see that you're engaging with them, then they are going to come engage with you, and they might even follow you as well. So that's something that you need to do in order to grow your account and get your account seen by fresh eyes. Being dormant on Instagram, meaning just posting and running, is not going to help you. You have to be the follower that you want to follow you. So don't just follow somebody and only like their posts. Make sure you're commenting on their posts, sharing their posts, engaging with their stories. These kinds of things are what you want your followers to do for you, so you need to do for somebody else. Since I've started doing this, my engagement has honestly skyrocketed, and I have gained about 300 followers, and I just started doing this like actively last week or the week before. So while that's not a lot for some people, that's a lot for me, because I was stuck at 650-ish followers for the longest time, because I did a lot of things in the beginning, like engagement pods, which I do not recommend at all, that put me in Instagram jail, and Instagram was not showing my account to new people for a long time. But once I started being active and doing things the correct way that Instagram was happy with, now I'm starting to see growth, and I've gained 300 or 400 followers in the last week. And the last tip that I have for you is to use the advice that works and use the advice that makes you happy. So like, for example, if you are doing the method of finding your followers through hashtags or posts that they've commented on, and that's not making you happy, or that's not necessarily working for you, then don't do it. There's other ways to grow on Instagram. One person's advice is not the end all be all. I have watched countless YouTube videos, listened to countless podcasts about growing on Instagram, and I've kind of taken just a jumble of all the advice I've been given and taking the bits and pieces that have worked for me and have not made me not want to get on Instagram. So doing what makes you happy and doing what works for you is the most important, because otherwise you're not going to grow, and you're not going to grow organically. As I've said in pretty much every video, everybody's business is on a different path. The same goes for Instagram. Everybody's Instagram account is on a different path, so everyone's growing at a different rate. But like I mentioned earlier, the follower count is not what matters on your Instagram. It's the engagement that matters, and the engagement that's going to get you the sales for your products in the long run. Those are the tips I have for growing on Instagram as a product-based business. If you have any others, please comment them down below. I'd love to hear from you guys and see if you have any different tips that could also help me grow. And while you're down there, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss Friday's studio vlog. I'll see you guys then. Bye, guys.